if I didn't have that to do with the winter time.
You need a wife
You
with
need
a
a wife
to-do
with a
list.
to-do list.
There we
Yeah,
go.
there you go, that'll solve that issue.
Have, you heard any rumors about, what's that other ski area up there, Deer Trail?
Deer
Deer
Mountain?
Mountain,
Deer Mountain, about it opening up?
not this year, but I think start of 2022.
They are gonna do it, huh?
Well, that's what the talk is, I'm not sure, they're gonna do tubing.
Oh,
But I'm not
gosh.
sure when the tubing starts, I don't think
I
they're doing tubing.
flew
this
the
year.
new owner into Spearfish,
Oh, no.
and he was talking, he was all excited about developing that. But that was a year ago, I haven't heard anything since.
Yeah, it's gonna sell some lots, I think, some more lots.
So it is in the works.
Oh,
Well, that's what they say in the newspaper.
Good, oh, okay.
We don't have an underground line to them.
Oh, well, I haven't read anything or heard anything, so I don't know, it's just,
Oh, yeah, it has been in the, I think in the Pioneer.
oh, okay.
Well, Dexter tells me this is the first segment of this year's story and song. I don't really have much of a story for this song. I wrote it in the late '90s, and I called it my love song for the '90s. And then we left the 20th century, and I wasn't done with it, so I just reassigned it to the 21st century. So it's my love song for the 21st century. Now the world is changing. There's no peace down by the ocean anymore. Roaring of the city rounds the waves, beat against the oil stained shore. Thank you. If anybody here can identify that riff that I ended with, it's homage to another songwriter. I'll give you a free CD with that song on it. Anybody recognize that? Give you just a little more of it.
Nancy Griffith?
Nope. Not, that's way too young.
No.
No, this is an old one. Actually, a dead one.
Hmm. Oh well.
It's your turn. Coop.
Okay, it's after Easter, so I can do a Christmas song? Is that yes? Actually, nobody would know it was a Christmas song unless I told them. It's kind of different take. Here's Mary's take on knowing that her son is ordained to go die on the cross, or in some fashion like that. So it's kind of, this song is actually about losing the child that you love, the bigger, better things, whether it be cancer or nailed up on a cross or accident or whatever. So, and it's got a little Mexicali flair, because I was sitting in this little town called Carbondale, and this Mexican guy walks up, and I'm sitting on the bench there and writes songs, and he goes, "I used to play, can I?" And so I said, "Sure, here." And he goes, "I'm really rusty," and he shows me this fingering on this riff, and so I went, "Wow." Oh, and also, I got to play at the Peter Gamble Folk Festival in St. Augustine, and this guy recorded with this guy named Guzman, Joel Guzman. He's this incredible accordion player, kind of like Jose Flacco. He's right up there, and I got to play in place of him, and it was a thrill for me. The next night, there's a Bob Dylan concert, and Bob stood in the exact same place I was playing. It's like, wow, it's pretty cool. I didn't get to meet him, but it was a great show, actually. There we go. My little one, look into my eyes, should be no surprise. I'll be by your side when the morning comes. My little one, when you say goodbye, gonna make me cry. And show me what lonely can be. This time, when you say that it's time to go, well, I don't know if I can do and be what you ask of me. Your kingdom is not of silver and gold, or armies of glory and victories and stories of old. Your kingdom, when you're in my arms, is a love I see. Love is sufficient for me. This time, when you say that it's time to go, well, I don't know if I can do and be what you ask of me. If I can do and be what you ask of me. Thank you.
Yeah.
KD?
Yeah. I have a claim to fame in the Black Hills, a music claim to fame. A friend of mine, an old friend, gave me this guitar. And I had a Larrivee D5 that I'd been playing, but it didn't quite suit me. And I took this one up on the street in Hill City one day, and Lassus of Brule came by, and he stopped and he looked at me. He says, "That's not your guitar," because he was used to the beat up old D18. I said, "Yeah, it is. A friend gave it to me." He said, "Now I've got a Larrivee I've got to give away." He says, "Larrivees, I love Larrivees. How much do you want for it?" And I said, "Meet me at Rico's for lunch tomorrow, and you can buy me lunch and we'll talk about it." Yeah. He showed up, and first thing he said, he wanted to see it, and so I opened the back of my rig and got it out, and I swear he got sounds out of that guitar I hadn't even known were in it. It was the wrong kind of guitar for me, and I knew that. And I said, "Okay, it's yours." And he said, "What? No." And he opens up his wallet. He's got a whole sheaf of $100 bills in there. I said, "Lassus, the D28 was a gift. I'm passing it on." And I said, "Look, give me $100 for the harmonica fund, and we're good." So I got a call from him about a year ago. At that time, he was drumming for Brule, and the drummer, Paul's son, who was playing the rhythm guitar, moved on to something else, and my Larrivee D5 is now the rhythm guitar in Brule. I just think that's so cool. Which doesn't introduce this song. This song was just kind of for fun. There were big flamingos king. I heard somebody say they were tired of king. And there were more of them than there were of us. Some of the young ones got into a fuss. They were running my town was riding out in a race. Or give them what to drink we can carry out in a pail. Cheers, Cooper. Now the pink flamingos walked in state. Very first snow they flew way back down where it's warmer, where nobody is listening. And now that they're gone, folks around here kind of miss them. Bring 'em on home.
Pink flamingos.
Pink flamingos.
We can do a song about pink flamingos. I want to do a song about a homeless vet that's got a little drinking problem that loves to dance the bachata. On Christmas Eve, no doubt. I got another Christmas song in there. Then we're done with Christmas songs. Okay, we're gonna play piano on this. And this song actually came about, I spent 3 years living in Albuquerque. There's an incredible homeless problem there. Probably because it's warm in the winter. Well, it's actually not that warm in the winter, but it's a lot warmer in here. It's survivable. And there's this homeless guy. And actually, show of hands, I can't see anything because there's lights in my face. So if you raise your hand, I won't even know. Anybody been homeless? I've been homeless for actually. Anyways, there's something spiritual about refusing to pay the high price of rent.
Home full.
Anyways, but I happened to be in Colorado at that time, and it was Christmas Eve, and it was bombing snow. And there was a Christmas Eve party going on at the Blue Sage. And everybody's out there having a great time, but I'm kind of a loner. And I ended up at home writing this song, Christmas Eve. It's a blue sage moon, just a half a block from paradise. The snow's been falling, there's a sparkle to the ice. It feels like Christmas, homeless in a manger. Streets are calling, they're calling me a stranger. Ragged man, just a standing on a corner, holds a sign says help a vet. God bless. And just down the street, it's a different kind of world. For those with courage, or maybe never felt the hurt, step right in, there's a party going on. People laughing, dancing, talking, the song is carrying on. outside the window, hesitates to go on in. Dreams what might have been. He's in the China in the moonlight. Hold her loose or hold her tight. New Mexico styling on a Christmas Eve night. Make your move, take her hand, move in closer, smell the roses across that floor. You ask for more, spin around, you adore her. And Ragged Man, he was somebody's brother, somebody's son, somebody's lover. And he can dance not only in his own mind, swaying to the music, having himself a time. He's singing China in the moonlight. Hold her loose or hold her tight. New Mexico is calling on a Christmas Eve night. It's a blue sage moon, just a half a block from paradise. Snow's been falling, there's a sparkle to the ice. And Ragged Man, he's just stepping to the beat. Nobody hears but him, dancing in the street. China in the moonlight, hold her loose or hold her tight. New Mexico styling on a Christmas Eve night.
This song was inspired by some people I met when I first came back out here in '91. I was running an open mic at a little place in Spearfish, and a bunch of kids going to BHSU started coming in, and they got to hanging out, and there's a bunch of them were musicians coming in and playing, and it all led up finally about 4 years later to this really magical summer in an ice cream spot in Deadwood called Jesse James, which is not even there anymore. And they were into what they called creek walking. Any of you guys do any creek walking? You know, all of you, you just put on an old pair of tennis shoes and you get in the creek and you just walk up it or walk down it, and that was kind of fun. And the whole thing was fun because they were young and they were getting together and coming apart and cheating on each other. I was just an old guy sitting there watching it, thinking, I'm glad I'm not young now. It's kind of a love song based on that bunch of years there.
I got a drinking song about not drinking. It's called the Four Horsemen. It's on a little tour from, I was in Austin, going to Nashville. I was headed towards Asheville when I got called away, and actually to go back up to Alaska and Cut Bank, it was 27 below, and I didn't see above 27 below till spring. This was in the fall. Anyways, that was another story. We'll get up to that later. So, anyways, this is about being on a dry drunk and not having a drink. That's never happened before, I swear. tasted the waters of Texas, slept in the sweet grass of Tennessee. I'll be in the loving arms of Ashley before they can catch up to me. And the four horsemen they ride, bewildered, despair, side by side, standing at that door. An old friend of mine, don't let me inside this time. Be afraid of the beer and the whiskey, afraid of her beckoning call. The only way that I can stop drinking is just to have none at all. And the four horsemen they ride, fear and terror side by side, standing at that door. An old friend of mine said, don't let me inside this time. Well, I'm not saying you're a bad man, Lord knows I ain't no saint, but if you keep on talking badly now, well, I can show no restraint. And the four horsemen they ride, bewildered, despair, side by side, standing at that door. A friend of mine said, don't let me inside this time. So be afraid of that beer and the whiskey, afraid of her beckoning call. The only way that I can stop drinking is just to have none at all. And the four horsemen that ride, fear and terror side by side, standing at that door. An old friend of mine say, don't let me inside this time. Riding in the rain, you hear the hoofbeats behind me, they're gaining on me. I gotta make Blue Ridge for sundown. What's that?
Coal train.
Oh, okay.
I grew up in Newcastle, Wyoming. Sleepy little town. Train track running through the middle of it. When I was a kid, there was a 6 o'clock freight, and then a passenger train came through at noon, and that was it. So I grew up and went away and came back, and they started mining coal up in Gillette. Newcastle was host to 65 coal trains a day. And it wasn't a day, it was in a 24-hour period. These things happened all the time. Anybody ever spend the night over there?
Lived there for a year.
Yeah, no, Newcastle.
Oh, Newcastle.
Well, apparently they've got something so they don't have to blow the whistle at every crossing. But I lived over there for 4.5 years when Mom was starting to fail, and last thing I'd hear before I fell asleep was train whistles. And I'd wonder, well, I wonder if I'll hear the next one. The next one I heard woke me up in the morning. Well, this is my love song to Newcastle. And actually, it's fun. There are 2 places I've lived in my life where I didn't hear trains: Lead, South Dakota, and Sobe, Okinawa. So sometimes I miss them. I have to do this song just to remind myself how much fun they were. Those coal trains keep rolling down. I can hear that whistle calling me every hour or two. It was every 20 minutes, but I couldn't make that right. Before morning comes around, I'll have these all-night coal trains. I lie awake at night. I'm waiting for the light. I've got an aching in my heart, feels like some rocks in the soles of my shoe. Before morning comes around, I'll have these all-night coal trains. Take it, Cooper. Can you play harmonica or what? If my life were not a test, maybe I could get some rest. But how can I sleep when I know it's time for me to choose? Before morning comes around, I'll have these all-night coal trains. Now I have seen my goal. I won't be here anymore. Well, I like what I've been doing.
Good thing I got a lot of red blood cells, so I'd be losing oxygen.
COPD has made it really hard to play this thing. Actually,
I
probably I wouldn't be able to breathe at all if I didn't play it.
Okay, let me think here. I'm gonna lighten it up a little bit here. I can get much lighter than that though.
Oh yeah.
Okay, here's a love song. Everything I write's a love song in one form or another. Everything's about love or lack of love. And but also it's a song about the stars and Mars. Has anybody ever read that book, Venus and Mars? Men are from
Women are from
Men.
Venus, men are from Mars.
Right, women, that's it.
Or
So
something
you
like
must have read that.
No, but I remember the
Anyways,
title. My ex-wife wrote it.
It's supposed to help us with relationships and to figure out the differences between men and women so that we can work together instead of working our way apart. And I haven't been as successful at that. So I read this book, you know, and anyways, that's just kind of a lead in. Also, Elon Musk, you know, wants to go to Mars. Who would sign up to go to Mars here? Anyways, I worked on the north coast of Alaska for 2 winters. And there was one time I was flying where with the wind chill it was 100 below. And we had missions all night long. It's like medevac. And it wasn't fit for humans. And that cured me of wanting to be in Alaska for the rest of my life. And why would anybody want to go live on Mars? I mean, this is a nice planet if we take care of it. And Mars is pretty hostile. So, but anyways, the inspiration of this was laying in the hot springs in Ridgeway, Colorado, looking at the stars. And also, of course, there was a woman that inspired this song too. Imagine that. And all I need to do is find my thumb pick, because this song takes a thumb pick. Okay, and this is the one. It's got a most of the song is like an E, B7. Okay. When I get to the harmonica part, if you could help me on the E, B7 part.
Wait a minute, I've got it here.
It's called
Yes.
The Light in Your Eyes.
Yeah. Okay, and that's honest E, right?
What's that?
Okay, wait a minute. Oh, I remember that. I remember what I was doing.
Just the light in your eyes, it can take you almost anywhere. The element of surprise caught me almost unawares. The curvature of your smile, stay with me a while. But I don't want to go to Mars. What was I fighting for? Don't want to take, I want to give. 'Cause I'm so different than before. Andromeda is strained. Zeus will come and save you. The children will laugh and sing. Athena will bless you. And Sirius is the brightest star. Cassiopeia is close by. But I could look at you from afar. Or we could get in my ship and fly. But I don't want to go to Mars. I could meet you at the moon. 'Cause I still want to see the stars. Or we could leave this afternoon. This guitar and harmonic at the same time, so Steve's gonna help me with this. Just the light in your eyes, it can take you almost anywhere. Remember that. The element of surprise caught me almost unaware. The curvature of your smile, stay with me a while. Here's the ending here. Just remember the light in your eyes, it can take you almost anywhere. Just we need not lose that light in our eyes. And this, by the way, we were talking about Larrabee guitars.
Yeah.
This is a Larrabee guitar, but I'm not giving it away.
Would you if somebody gave you a D28?
No.
Ah,
Well, this guy's staying with me.
yeah, that's this one.
Oh.
This one is Harry. I'll get to him in a bit. I bought him in Seattle in 1966 for $150. Best $150 I ever spent in my life. Anyway, this one, before we get to him, this song is a true story. I didn't change any names because not a one of us was innocent. Well, this closed up in Deadwood for the winter. Rapid City's dark, 7th Street in Maine. I waited years to write that song, because when I got back from the Army, I hadn't liked it. I mean, I did 4 years, didn't have to go to Vietnam. Was not the best 4 years I ever spent. And when I got back, some of the combat vets, I talked to them, and they said, "Yeah, you guys who didn't like, you lost the war for us. You know, you were getting us from behind." And the hippie thing, you know. I mean, I was a short-haired hippie. So we got into Iraq, and one day I just happened on a thing on YouTube. It was 4 guys, 4 soldiers in a Connex box rehearsing a metal song, and I'm like, yeah, you know, they're just kids. We were just kids. We took our culture with us into the service, and I was like, okay, I can write that song.
Takes me back.
Yes.
He's in a van cruising the California coast.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I've actually been there too. Remember the first time, was that Highway 1 going right on the coast? All the way
Yep,
down?
Big Down, Big Sur.
Remember the first time I did that? Oh my gosh. That was back when it was just little tiny surfing towns and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Now it's like Malibu.
Well, Big Sur is still pretty, well, I don't know, I haven't been out there in a while.
I was up. It's only 20% of the redwoods burned out.
No, yeah, but they're south of the Redwoods.
Oh.
That's south of Monterey.
Big Sur is right about the redwoods.
No, Redwoods are north.
Oh, okay.
That's a lot of eucalyptus down there, a lot of manzanita.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll play one. I've got a whole bunch of them actually.
Probably better.
Here's a song. If you ever really loved somebody, but they only just like you. That's what this song's about. This song got me a big old hug from Claire Lynch. I was like, yeah, I think it's a good song. Just a rainy day in heaven, right here on earth. Take your time in loving, there's no reason to be hurt. We go on from here, never mind the past. But take your time in loving, if love is gonna last. Hold on, we can take it slowly. Hold on, but you don't have to hold me. Take my love, there's nothing that you owe me now. Don't you even know me? Won't you even show me some way, someday? Well, hey, just a simple kiss for a complicated lady. You could cut and run, but that might drive me crazy. You could read into it novels, or just sit back and smile. But take your time in loving, 'cause I'll be here a while. Been by your side all this precious time. You don't even notice that I wanna make you mine. If you don't want my love, I might be your friend. But take your time in loving, and I'll love you till the end. Hold on, we can take it slowly. Hold on, But you don't have to hold me, take my love. There's nothing that you owe me now. Won't you even show me? Don't you even know me some way, someday? Well, hey, it's just a rainy day in heaven, right here on earth. You never think you could do a straight country song on an accordion.
When I first came out here, I was living in the family cabin up in Spearfish Canyon, and that came to an end. But I was still the only one out here to take care of it, so I visited quite often. And one fall, I just happened to be there for the first snowfall, and it got me thinking about the time I spent up there. It got me thinking about an old girlfriend. Wondering, if I ran into her now, what would I say? What would I say to her about the life I'd led? And this song kind of rolled out. Tiptoed down your hallway, I picked a rose by your front door. Nature hot and dry, as summer often must. The time I rode through Spokane, that rose had turned dust. And tonight in these mountains, crawling along into the snow. We built our castles in the sand, tightening it around us, left us no place where we could stand. Now all night long I throw this wood into the fire, watch the flames dancing like the memory of desire. Wind outside is raging, it's 42 below. Since then I've traveled, once I even had a wife. I raised a son to manhood, he told me I should get a life. I keep this fire burning from the darkness until dawn. Sometimes it gets so cold I need your memory to stay warm. And the first light through the window, I can see the swirling snow. The roads are getting shut down. There is nowhere left to go.
too. Sometimes you pull out songs I don't know if I've ever heard you playing before.
Oh, well, yeah, I didn't do much open tuning stuff this summer. Cooper and I kind of got together, doing the jam at Rochford, and several days we were both up there and nobody else showed up, and we just started swapping songs and decided this would be a really good idea, and it's fun.
Yeah, that's the best time I've had in Rochford. And I've had some pretty good times in Rochford.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna play this next song. It's called Rainbow in Disguise, and it's pretty self-explanatory if you get the pun. It's one of those songs that took me about a year to learn how to play it after I wrote it. Summertime is coming, don't you worry your pretty face. Raindrops are dripping from your nose down to your laces. There's mud on your shoes, you're smiling when you cry. A crack in your blues, you're a rainbow on the rise. Sup baby, dry your eyes. Here's the trombone solo, except there's no trombone here tonight. But you can imagine how a trombone would fit perfectly in this song. Well, faith's a funny thing. It's elusive when you need it, but when it's going good, it's so easy to believe it. And don't you realize how much I sympathize? A rainbow in the sky, 'cause you're smiling while you cry, 'cause you're a rainbow in disguise. Just you wait a minute, things will always change with the best intentions in. And don't you even know your smile puts off a glow, a rainbow in the sky, 'cause you're smiling while you cry. You're a rainbow in disguise. Here we go. Cause you're a rainbow in disguise.
Well, this is Harry. Everybody names their guitars after women. This is Wait a minute.
Is that a hairy woman? There's
No,
actually
no,
a
no,
drag
actually,
contest going
The
on.
story behind that is, when I bought this guitar, somebody had stamped their name into the pickguard, Harry. And for years, I thought, you know, I thought of it was Harry's guitar, and someday he was gonna show up and want it back. And I even actually at one point wrote an entire novel that was built around who Harry was and why he didn't have the guitar, and how somebody else got it. And years later, I was setting up with a friend to play in a little place in Davis, California called the Blue Mango. It was a little hippie organic food cooperative restaurant. It was, I used to like to go down there on Sunday and eat breakfast because the kids were always up on the roof getting stoned. You could order your meal and 3 hours later it'd show up. And at one point they passed around a questionnaire, what can we do better? I wrote on it, just leave it just like it is. I've written whole lyrics because breakfast didn't come. But anyway, so that's why his name's Harry. I mean, at that point, somebody asked me about it. I said, oh, that's a neat old Martin. What's the story here? And I told them about Harry, and then I thought, wait a minute. It was made in '54. I got it in '66. I was clear into the '90s. I'd had it longer than Harry had it. Harry was probably dead. And it wasn't Harry's guitar anymore, it was Harry. Say what?
What key are you in?
D. Yeah, a little harp wouldn't hurt on
That'd
this.
be awesome.
Now this song, I call it the Blind Pete Williams Blues. I wrote this, I liked it. It had nothing to do with any experience I'd ever had. And I had no business singing this song. So shortly after I wrote it, my sister came up and stayed at the cabin with me, and we went down to Newcastle and painted my mother's garage. And I spent a week just working that paintbrush and thinking about this song and thinking, all right, who could sing this song? And I made up a guy, Blind Pete Williams. It's a Blind Pete Williams blues, and if I ever get it back together to do it, I've got a 45-minute story song cycle all about this guy and the songs he wrote.
It's really good too.
What?
I said it's really good too. I've heard some of it.
That's the blues in the morning, blues at the break of
much guitar there in the monitor. Can you take a little of Steve's guitar out of the monitor? It's kind of covering up the vocal.
Very little bit. I mean, is it covering them up out there?
No, we have it balanced out here. You asked me to have it louder than monitors. It sounds different.
Ah,
on
okay,
stage than it
cool.
does.
Well, if you're
Yeah.
good with it, I'm good with it.
Yeah, no, I'll beat it to death if I can't hear it really well.
Okay. So next song is called My Back Door Faces a River. It's about a guy that finds solace in the river. As far as, I don't know if you've ever been in a situation, well, it's a situation, it's like years where you work your ass off and you're not getting anywhere. But the people you're working for are getting rich. And so in general, that's kind of in general, not one particular situation. Anyways, it's about a guy that working his butt off trying to make things work out and still trying to do the right thing and finding solace in the river. Faces a river now, wash my tears away. I spend my time down by the river, watching the ripples a play. Melt my heart one drop at a time, watch the river flow. Sweat of my soul run down to the river, forsake of my love no more. Shame is another man's fame. He'll never see the morrow. Some folks just won't understand. It's taken, not just borrow. My time is sweat, your time is gold. There's things I don't believe in. The work gets done, but nothing's sold. I'm trying to feed the children. My back door faces a river now, wash my tears away. Spend my time down by the river, watching the ripples play. Some profess to save your soul if you give them treasure, but I don't know about that hold to make a man a measure. How bad do you want it? How bad do you need it? I ain't gonna sell my soul. I'll take my time down by the river, forsake of my love no more. As my back door faces a river now, wash my tears away. I spend my time down by the river, watching the ripples play. My back door faces a river now, wash my tears away. I spend my time down by the river, watching the ripples play. Watching the ripples play. Watching the ripples play. Watching the ripples play.
don't think I'd heard that one before.
Ah, cool.
I haven't thought about this one in a while.
That's a beautiful song.
Well, if I'm lucky, I'll remember all the words. It was a rain song. For a number of years, it worked often too well. I mean, I rained myself out a couple of times singing it. Where it came from is one winter I was running an open mic at Common Grounds in Spearfish. And it was early 90s, really cold winter, and it had been nasty for a long time. I went in to do the open mic, and there weren't even curbs on the street in front of Common Grounds. It was ice right across. You kind of got to where you thought the sidewalk started, and you just stopped. And went in and did the open mic, and when it came out, a chinook had blown up. And there was water running down the gutter, you know, cut a hole in the ice, and about 50 degrees out. And I just rolled down the window of my old Scout and rode back up the canyon. Where's that going? You know how everybody says rain smells so good on hot pavement? It smells just as good on frozen pavement. Vanished in the evening's haze, melted in the sun.
everything I write, it's got a little bit of me in there, maybe emotions or stuff I've been through. And the emotions might be expressed in a completely different story. So the events may be changed, and I'll take a lot of artistic liberty, but the emotions, the chords and the color notes and whatever need to match the emotions that tell the story. So that's kind of how I get from the words to the story to the music. And this next one, I'm a junior high school dropout. I dropped out of the 8th and the 9th grades, and then I went to Baltimore and got a GED when I was 16 years old and started framing houses, which saved my life. And but anyways, so I worked hard construction for a good part of my life, and so I got a lot of respect for people that work really hard. But take us to this song. Actually, I'm not even gonna play accordion on this song. We got one more accordion song left tonight, but this one, I did a bunch of research on this song, as it's in the same part of the country that I'm from, is Maryland and Virginia. And it's about a slave getting ready to make a run for it. And I'm not, you all are probably familiar with Harriet Tubman, the conductor. You go down into West Virginia and Maryland, and take the slaves up on the Underground Railroad, and they go, most of the time they go up to Philadelphia, and there's a guy there named William Still, a black guy who they called the station master, and they would decide where these slaves need to go to get to freedom, because some of them were hunted, and some of them needed to go to Canada because there were bounty hunters coming up and dragging them back and stuff. And we won't get into the timing and those laws and stuff, but there's a lot of code stuff in the old songs and the old work songs and stuff. And the River Jordan was one of those codes, because the River Jordan was the Ohio River. And if you got across the river, if you went across the River Jordan, you were generally free in some of the years, and then when some of the bounty hunting laws changed, then they keep going north further. But there's a lot of references to, this is like a historical fiction, because everything in here I'm going to talk about is true, but it's done in kind of a historical fiction kind of writing, you know, because I wasn't there. Well, actually, maybe I was, I don't know. I got to drop D tune this guy, and the song is called Ain't No Tracks Where This Train Goes. Name is Jesse Cooper. I was born in servitude, south blazing Dixon line in 1831 or 2. I took my education on the docks of Baltimore, and now I carry hide on that East Potomac shore. Mother is a servant, a seamstress by a trade. Her master is who fathered me, but I am still a slave. For him I hire out now, but I don't get no pay. He say he gonna sell me south. For this I cannot stay. When the moon is a waning, there'll be just enough light. A secret road taken in the middle of the night, where the moss grow, look to find your way. Station master still waiting now, don't you be late. Well, I seen Moses looking up their nose, that there ain't no tracks where this train goes. They can drag me back with a whip and chain, but I keep her running up to freedom reigns. Name is Jesse Cooper. I shed no more angry tears. I had a wife and children that I've not seen in years. He sold them for his money to pay for his estate. Tonight I leave for freedom, 'cause I can't live with hate. When the coon hound bark, you better find yourself a creek. When the daylight break, you better have a place to sleep. Never seen the Jordan, but I heard it's so wide. We can take this train to the other side. Well, I seen Moses looking their nose. Can take this train where nobody knows. They can drag me back with a whip and chain, but I keep her running up to freedom reigns. Well, I seen Moses looking their nose, that there ain't no tracks where this train goes. No, there ain't no tracks where this train goes. No, there ain't no tracks where this train goes. No, there ain't no tracks where this train goes. No, there ain't no tracks where this train goes. No, there ain't no tracks where this train goes. There ain't no track where this train goes.
This one's another rain song. It was inspired by a volume of poetry that my mother had written throughout her lifetime, handwritten in an online paper sketchbook. And quite a few of these poems were about reincarnation. And it just sounded like she remembered other lives. She'd never said a word about it. I'm reading this stuff and Mother, why didn't you say something? This is really, I'd have liked to have gotten into that, but. So I got to thinking about it, and of course the whole thing about reincarnation is we get to come back and do it right, right? There are a lot of things that can go wrong. I know it's only life. We've been through it before. Sometimes I was a warrior. You hid behind the door. I got a belly full of fighting, chasing pirates on the sea. All that blood and smoke and killing made a mess of me. Watch you find things as a merchant, had more fun once as a thief. General, king, and president, we liked those lives the least. So we came back to be farmers, seeking joy instead of pain. We spent that whole darn lifetime waiting on the rain, just waiting on the rain. Waiting on the rain. How the rain will turn the fields green, it can wash the crops away. Now I've learned to listen to the things it has to say. Sometimes it gives me lyrics, sometimes it gives a tune. Sometimes I swear my friends all think I'm crazy as a loon, waiting on the rain. Waiting on the rain. It's been hard this time without you. Sometimes it's been me to sin. It's been waiting on the rain, trying to listen to the wind. In this world like all the others, of love and war and hate. Now I'm learning how to live in it, but I'm staring at the gate and waiting on the rain. Waiting on the rain. Some of my experience is what a blind man sees. There's a storm up on the mountain, I can hear it in the trees. And it's been the driest winter we've had in many years. But the sun has come back north again. Everybody here is waiting on the rain. Waiting on the rain. Waiting on the rain.
Alright. Got a song here I wrote a couple hundred years ago. And sorry to say, it almost fits 6 months ago. The song's got everything in it. It's got intrigue, spies, romance, revolution, armies, castles. I don't know what else I could have put in this song. But the gallows are cut from a white oak. A wind whispers lonely lilacs. A thief looks around in the darkness, steals one more kiss, and he goes. Oops, sorry. The lady steps high to the carriage. A horse steams off sweat in the air. She waves to the driver, get going. Ties back her pony black hair. Lie low, lie low, lie low. Where do you stand, you know? The night hides the face of the lonely, the day for the lonely who dare. A blush on the face of the only one who knows reason to care. Lie low, lie low. Watchman runs rough to the ready room. The gateman he moves to the right. Swear me the silence of many, she says, as the carriage slips into the night. Lie low, lie low, lie low. Where do you stand, you know? Lay dark in the shadows, wait for the signal to rise. Who'll sound the alarm for the wicked? Which ones of us surely will die? Lie low, lie low, lie low. Where do you stand, you know? Where do you stand, you know? Where did she go? That's the rock and roll ELP on an accordion.
When you sell that song, can I do the novelization?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there's a plot and everything.
Yeah, right.
As a matter of fact, yes.
Okay, let's see here. We're about out of time. Did you save one for a good one for a finale? I think it's gonna be my last song.
Okay, I got 2 or 3 of them, but I can do a last one, or
Yeah.
you guys need a pee break, you gotta go. Is everybody getting tired of sitting there being a good audience? A great audience, actually.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Yes, thanks.
I mean, without you, we're just sitting up here playing with ourselves.
Yeah, I've done that before.
All right. Well, I started this with Beside Still Water, which for many years was always my starting song. This one is a song I wrote for my son that I always ended with. Oddly enough, nobody seemed to respond to this song. I mean, I sang it for years, and no reaction, you know, so one year I got invited to sing at a benefit for the Gathering of Eagles, and we were, in the Journey Museum, in the auditorium, and I sang this song, and it blew me away because everybody in the audience was singing along. And if anybody feel like singing, it's really easy. The chorus repeats a bunch, and it's this. Take ye care across the mountain, take ye care across the sea, take ye care where'er you wander, may your road return to me. Can you do that? Want to try it? Let's try it. Oh, take ye care across the mountain, take ye care across the sea, take ye care where'er you wander, may your road return to me. Now I have seen this world of wonders, and I know you must see it too. With your knapsack on your shoulder and $1 in your shoe. Sing it. Take ye care across the mountain, take ye care across the sea, take ye care in C?
but not yet. I want to do this other song first.
Oh,
Is
okay,
that okay?
yeah. You're keeping me up past my bedtime. And I gotta warn you, the best part of my act is watching me get up off this stool after sitting here for 2 hours and actually walking. And if we go out 2 more songs, it's gonna be really good.
Okay. I bet you can do it, Steve.
So,
I'm
are
rooting
you
for
gonna
you.
do Hold Me Now, or are you gonna do another?
No, we're gonna do, this one's Flying to the Fire. It's
Okay,
and
that's E and B7.
no, this it's actually
No, there we go.
EDA.
AE, I got you.
But don't worry about this one actually, because the mix on your guitar is
Too loud for you.
yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
but so I got this one.
No
But
problem.
on the next one, we're good on the next one because it's a kind of louder song.
Okay,
Okay. Anyways, I was a smoke jumper pilot for a little bit, and I also used to many years ago have a business out of Glenwood Springs, Colorado. And in Glenwood Springs, Colorado, on Storm King Mountain there, just on the west end of town, right along I-70, they had a fire there on that hill, and 14 firefighters were lost on there. They had a miscommunication on the weather coming from Grand Junction that didn't get to the crew leaders, and those guys got caught in it. It's like a kind of chimney. It just blew up on them, and some of them survived in their shake and bakes, which is a little foil blanket you cover yourself, dig a hole, cover yourself, and the fire roars over you. They survive. Some of them survived running up and making it to the top and jumping over the hill. Some of them got caught and didn't. So anyways, I got to fly, they do a memorial for those guys, and I got to fly that in Twin Otter and throw streamers out, 14 streamers, signify over the area they got killed. So I was so moved by that, I wrote this song. That's what this is about. Personal, because I got to know some of the firefighters and their wives, and so this tells the human side of it. Take a little piece of my everyday. Take a little piece of my sleep. Morning comes for me, but what about you? Why do you do the things you do? Lady, she's a gypsy. She really loves me, but she don't need me, she won't put herself above me. And when I'm home, I know that she's all mine. And when I'm gone, she knows that it's my time. Where there's smoke, where there's jump, the plane, we're flying to the fire. That's how we roll to the drop zone. Bro's got my back, I'm jacked and getting higher, chasing lightning, hear the thunder. Wind and fire, the heat of summer, it coming. Drop your tools and keep on running. People ask, are you not afraid? How do you get up now and face the day? You work all day and half the night too. Why do you do the things you do? 'Cause where there's smoke, there's jump. The plane, we're flying to the fire. That's how we roll to the drop zone. Bro's got my back, I'm jacked and getting higher, chasing lightning. Hear the thunder. Wind and fire, the heat of summer, and it's a long bus ride back to McCall. Prineville, Missoula, that's where we're from. Leaves turn to fall. This next one, I guess it's our last song.
Yeah.
Is that right?
We got her.
Okay. It's called Hold Me Holy. Listen to the words. It's a spiritual song. It's going to start off like normal, and then we're going to go into some gospel blues. My favorite. Okay? It's got a spiritual message. Cross that river now and followed it to the sea. I swam the ocean, I climbed a tree. Looked to the heavens now as far as I could see. Well, hold me holy to thee. Well, hold me holy now. Well, hold me tight. Hold me close so I can be alright. Hold me back now, I don't wanna fight. Hold me holy tonight. I love you people, I love this land, but I could lose it all in one self-righteous stance. But nothing else matters except that we're free. Hold me holy to thee. Okay, listen. You can't steal love, you can only give it. I can't take blame, I'll just forgive it now. It's not the same without you in it. Well, hold me holy to thee. Hold me holy now. Hold me tight now. Hold me close so I can be alright. Hold me back now, I don't wanna fight. Hold me holy tonight. All right. I think that's it, unless you guys stand up and do an encore and want us to play one.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you very much. We appreciate you.
We do.
Thank you.
Thank you. I do have CDs if anybody wants to take some of my songs home with you. They're $10 a piece.
And every song we did tonight is original. We each wrote each one of those. Thanks for coming out.
Hey, it's good to see ya. Did you guys play for, did you guys play for like an hour and a half or something?
A couple hours. We started at 7.
Oh, okay.
I did a little warm up with some other stuff and then we started at 7.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Awesome. Great playing. It's great playing.
Thank you.